we have Sharon Van Etten and the Attachment Theory by Sharon Van Etten. And this was the winner of the poll, Kylie's pick for the winner of the poll. So thanks to everyone who voted. And Karl, I'll hand over to you to share your thoughts.
Yeah, so another project I was really looking forward to coming into this month was quite late to the Sharon Van Etten party, but was a big fan of her last few records from, I think it's Are We There onwards was kind of where I came in, and think she's just been on a great run with Remind Me Tomorrow, probably the best of the bunch. That was so highly acclaimed when it came out, and her last record was one that made my top 25 of the year too. So yeah, she's just been on this great run, and obviously saw that she was putting a band together for this one, which just added to the intrigue of the project. But yeah, I mean, sadly, this has ended up one of the big disappointments for the year so far for me. I think it gets off to an amazing start. I absolutely adore Live Forever, which is an Oasis cover. It's just, this really great opener, which just kind of gently builds as it goes on. It's got those spacey synths, and Sharon's haunting vocals start to come in, and it just keeps building. And then, just in that back half, it just eventually erupts. And, I mean, that song's kind of the peak for me. I mean, the others that follow it as well, Afterlife, just a great single. Idiot Box, I see that she's just released as well, both similarly excellent. And just really catchy, lovely mix of textures on those songs. And with the band there, it's got this like multi-layered instrumentation, and obviously the thing with Sharon is those passionate vocals that come through. I mean, they're definitely as strong as they've ever been on this record. And then the one where it kind of turns slightly. Oh no, I'll tell a lie. I say you get that brilliantly moody like Trouble, and then the jittering riffs of Indio. So like that kind of first half, I would say, just really, really strong start, and then I'd say after that is where it kind of falls off a cliff for me. I think it's just the instrumentation is decent enough, but I think the thing that's lacking on this one for me is like the hooks, and like the emotional pull of the songs just ended up, either disappearing or blurring into the background. And I just find myself like losing interest around the midway mark every time I played this one through. And for me, it just feels quite one-dimensional. Those last couple of tracks, Faded Beauty and I Want You Here, like the pace almost like grinds to a halt. And I feel like those two tracks should like really hit hard. And, Sharon's still there. She's giving it her all on the vocal performances. But by the time I get to them, I'm just ready to listen to something else or be presented with something different. So yeah, I mean, for me, this could have been like a really great EP. I think that first half I really enjoy, but that second half, it just, for whatever reason, whether it's the fact that she doesn't mix it up enough, or the songs just aren't holding my attention for whatever reason, it just loses me, which is a shame, as I love Sharon and I appreciate she's tried something different with this one, with bringing the full band on board. And it's almost got like that live production as well. Like they're just there playing in the room together. And like I say, that first half as well is brilliant. But for me, it's just one that doesn't completely work as a full length project. And it was just a disappointment for me, this one.
Mm-hmm. So you say you're late to the party. Well, I'm even later. It's the morning now. Everyone's still strung out, and then I arrive. But yeah. So first album of Sharon Van Etten's, which I've heard. kind of have her in that kind of American indie scene of recent years, which is just almost like a blind spot for me, basically. So quite glad that this was part of the mix, I got to say. And I think, whereas you were more favourable with Sam Fender than I was just before, I think we've got an opposite situation here where I'm more favourable for sure about Sharon Van Etten and the attachment theory. Where I'm gonna agree is the final two tracks that for me up until that point, I really enjoyed this album. I've got to say, it's kind of gothic tinges to it. There's a lot of depth, I think, in the lyrics as well. As you say, the vocals are very much on point. And yeah, could maybe do with a bit more variation in the music, I would say. But yeah, Fading Beauty and I Want You Here is just, yeah, I don't know what they were doing by that point, but it's a shame because I've ended up really enjoying this album. But what could have been with two excellent last tracks is frustrating, really. And yeah, I mean, Live Forever, I fully agree. Really great opener. I love the kind of how it all bubbles up to kick things off, and pretty bold to go for the same name of a track, which is so indelibly revered.
She knows that she's getting searched a lot this year.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, yeah. So yes, I'm sure there'll be some very disappointed Oasis fans if they click the wrong version. Yeah, Afterlife, one of the singles, I think that's a really good one. Idiot Box kind of reminded me vocally a bit like Win Butler, actually, from Arcade Fire. I thought just quite kind of sparky. And then Trouble, I feel like, is those first four, they're quite similar in vein and to a degree, and you're wanting something different to come in, which is why Indio is just that breath of fresh air. A few minutes of just this energy, this blast, silky vocals, and this kind of detached observation of, I don't know if it's a place or a person, to be honest, this Indio, but there we go. You may know more than me on that one. And then I love the Tom fill, which kicks off the following track. I can't imagine what, in brackets, why you feel this way. There's a bit of a Talking Heads in that. And kind of this kind of, yeah, disappointment in people being maybe swayed the wrong way. It starts to get a bit political, I feel, at this point in the album, which then crystallizes in Something Ain't Right, which I think by this point you're turning off. Whereas for me, this is the track of the album, Something Ain't Right. I just think everything comes together. It's really cohesive. It could be one of those kind of like, fist pumping election type songs. I gotta say, maybe the Democrats should consider it. But yeah, that one for me, yeah, it all comes together. And then Southern Life, which as a single didn't do an awful lot for me. I end up really loving this one as well. So that 2-track hit is the highlight for me in this album. It's about realizations as a mother. There's an epic arrangement. These drone vocals as well. I love what she does throughout the album. So that's it up until those final 2 tracks, which just push it off this cliff face basically, and is a real shame. But as a first hit on Sharon Van Etten, this was one actually was always a pleasure going back to, bar those final 2 tracks. And yeah, I feel like as an artist, I would get a lot of reward from sort of diving in further, basically. So yeah, I really like.
So Remind Me Tomorrow. Sure, yeah.
Is that the previous?
No, that was 2 ago, I want to say.
Okay. Because her last one apparently was a bit of a divergence from the usual, apparently. But
yeah, I mean, I quite enjoyed the last one. I know Kylie less so. But yeah, I'd say a big 2 were Remind Me Tomorrow and the one just before.
Yeah, it'd be interesting sort of working backwards. It's like, I think I remember watching like Spider-Man 3 first once. And then going back because gives you a different appreciation of these things. So
How did we get these powers? Were you watching it confused?
no, I mean it's I don't think there's an awful lot to catch up on, to be honest.
yeah.
But yeah, it was just one which was a cinema choice of friends, and then I was like, well, I quite enjoyed that. I might as well dig back into the previous. So yeah, we you can join at different junctures, but yeah, no, I really like this one, and yeah, would be keen to kind of get a bit more into her discography.